Welcome back. We're in the part of the gardening season where maintenance, including watering, is key. As Anoka County Master Gardener Tim Balin tells us, it's all about watering the right way.
You would think the easiest way to do that would just be to put a sprinkler on the top of them and be done with it. But that's what happens is water hits the soil, it splashes up on the leaves get wet, and if there's any sort of disease or fungus or anything like that, it spreads between the plants. It's always better to water just the roots of the plants and let the foliage just dry out. Like on the what I use for watering is I use a lot of soaker hoses. I would probably let it sit out in the sun and get a little bit more flexible. Well, first I guess you want to figure out where the hose end is where you're going to attach the hose, and that's going to be somewhere on this side for me. And then you're going to want to figure out where the end is going to start. And then I want a length of soaker to get closer to this plant. Okay. And then cover it with mulch. And the mulch serves two functions. First, it helps to keep weeds down, and then second, well, in my case, it's going to be compost that I'll cover it with. It serves two functions, though. One is to prevent weeds from growing, and second is to help conserve moisture and keep the soil moist. And as the climate gets drier and hotter, it's going to be important to conserve as much moisture as you can. Here I have mulch right up against the stem, and I'm going to take my fingers and just pry that mulch apart a little bit. Pry that mulch away from the stem a little bit. And I have 3 squash plants in this bed over here, so I'm going to fill up three wine bottles with water. It lets the water release out over a long period of time. I want it to be someplace close to the ground. The clay is pretty porous, and it lets the water seep out over a long period of time. This is a bed that Mike and I built in the beginning of the season. So I put a clay pot in that. If you wanted to water for a long time, like you were going to be on vacation or whatever, you wanted to water for a long time and leave it, I'd plug the hole at the bottom. You can bury a clay pot in the ground.
Remember, you can catch our entire series of Master Gardener stories right now on the North Metro TV YouTube channel. Also, the Anoka County Master Gardeners will host an in-person diagnostic clinic at Bunker Hills Park Wednesday evening starting July 7th.